the French. So thank you for joining us, everyone. Welcome to Ones and Twenties, the show where we roll a bunch of 20s and a lot more ones. I am your dungeon master, Omid Nailaround. Let's go around the virtual mahogany table, starting with a man who just stepped off the golf course.
Yeah, my name's David. This is a gift, so please. I just got it like 10 minutes ago.
I was just saying, it looks like you stepped off a golf course. This is a comment.
And I also play 3 characters.
Yeah, you do.
As you can see in the bottom of my box, I'm very bush stick.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And I also play 3 characters.
Hi, I'm Faith, and I'm petty, but not as petty as the French nobility during the Ancien regime.
It's hard
And
to
I-
be that petty, though.
And I do play 3 characters.
It's real hard to be that petty.
God, I
It's
wish I
hard
was
to
that
be
petty.
that petty. I'd probably need more money and influence to be that petty.
You can only aspire to be that petty.
We all can only aspire to be that petty and eventually have our heads cut off for it.
You know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes what you gotta do is losing your head.
It's all in your head. It's why we need to cut it
je
off.
m'appelle Susanna et je jouais les 3 characters.
It's close enough to different. I'll take it. Good job, Susanna.
Bienvenue! Do not, apple!
Dear Lord, don't make me do something bad to your character.
Look at the recoil.
You've hurt Susanna physically and emotionally.
If you ever want to do psychic damage to a French person,
Who?
Speak
that's
bad
just
Spanish at them.
No, that's just speaking English at them. I've seen it happen on a flight once.
So anyway, last time on Normies, the John, not Beatrice, John, Amriel, Sharn from the north. Sharn gonna make you learn. Oh, she would have been a great like pop rapper, honestly. She reminds me of what I just did reminds me of fuck, what was it? She did like Stars or something like that. I think she's from Jamaica. Fucking hell. I'll figure it out later. Don't worry, everyone. This is important.
Okay.
I'll figure it out when they're all role playing. Fuck, I got to role play at the start. Remind me. So thank you, Faith.
No problem.
So I'm assuming you're helping. Yes, last time, and then also fucking Dante came along.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. They went to go find the tree for help. To get the lay of the land from the tree that can't move. So on the way there, they passed by the sleeping ogre. Was able to avoid it. Saw the giant elephanty brontosaurus-y creature. Again, was able to, well, not avoid it, but just got hit in the chest by a tail. Is what happened to our buddy John there. And they eventually got to the tree, and after a talk, with it, it eventually agreed to give over one of its branches to Sharn, as
It extended
she
an
was
olive
showing.
branch.
Yes, he could tell there was something she might be capable of using this type of magic. And she was able to cast her spell into a plant, and became a herbalist shaman. Not that she knows what a shaman is, but yeah, she got her class, and then they went on their merry way. After the tree told John he didn't really have any talent for magic, he told him to come back. He's like, oh, right, I should probably, it'd be cruel
joking
to,
before.
yeah, it'd be cruel to let you
I
think.
was trying to make you feel better.
It'd be cruel to let you think you could do it, and you just can't. So, and then they head south. They got a berry bush. They got some berries, and they took a berry bush. While carrying it, John got stepped on by Dante, and kind of ruined the root. Although they might have a way of salvaging that with grafting.
You
My
learn
word of-
new things every day.
Yeah,
This is
you
an
fuckers.
educational
Yeah, I fucking
game.
learn. All right, I fucking learn, motherfuckers. All right,
Get learned.
I got
Get
fucking
learned.
learned. Get learned.
Learned.
Come up in my north and Nicki Minaj.
Oh my god!
Obviously, that's what cued it. That's what
Not
made me
even a
remember.
good
Is she
rapper.
Jamaican?
She quotes being from Southside Jamaica. So
No, she's
or-
from I think
or
Trinidad.
her father was or
Yeah,
something.
I don't think she's
Jamaica.
Jamaican.
She
Alina.
quotes it. I don't know. She quotes it in a song. So I thought she says South Jamaica something crazy or whatever.
Okay, but you
Good
realize
choice.
people can make references to places that they're not from,
Yeah, but
right?
it sounded like she was saying she was there because I'm pretty sure she says from Southside Jamaica. Anyway,
I think
or
she's
lived there
from
for a bit.
St. James, Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago.
No.
I don't know. She says something about that
in the
in
verse
song.
that she does in the song Monster, she says that she's the baddest bitch in Sri Lanka. But she doesn't live there.
She can be the baddest bitch in Sri Lanka without living there.
Well, okay, I think
Southside
if-
Jamaica,
if-
Queens, then it's crazy, and then
but I'm still hood, Hollywood, kind
yeah,
of change.
yeah.
If we postulate that Pitbull is Mr. Worldwide, perhaps Nicki Minaj
Is
is
Mrs.
Mrs.
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yeah, there you go. This is a world I can live in.
Anyway, you learn something
Also-
every day. Now you all
Other
know-
thing you learned, Pitbull really cares about climate change, and he's named 2 albums about it. He can't go party around the world if the world's underwater, folks. Call your senator.
Tell that to Waterworld. Anyway,
This message brought to you unofficially by Pitbull.
tell that to Kurt Russell from Waterworld. I don't know if that was actually Kurt Russell.
I speak on his behalf
Uh,
without his permission.
Anyway, yeah, and then an ogre came by and started yelling about something in a not really yelling, speaking in a language you didn't understand. Which, by the way, what language do you all speak?
Celestial
Elvish
and common.
Common and
Infernal
gnomish.
and common.
What was yours, David?
Elvish and common.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. All right, yeah. So none of you understand this creature. It has walked up with a big club, not a big dick.
Giant.
Doesn't mean it doesn't
Wait.
have one.
Does Cat know how to speak with it?
I don't know. She was asleep when it was brought up. Anyway,
I am going to do the thing that Clem said.
all
I'm
your
gonna
kids sleep all the time, Susanna. All your
Going
kid
to-
characters.
Look,
Offer a high five.
You offer a
I'm
high
using-
five?
Yeah, the thing that Clem said. Yeah.
Okay.
Club's gonna get us killed.
Give me a charisma check with bolster. one.
Or Dante's
No.
gonna become a barbarian.
You're doing it. All right. Give me a charisma check with bolster. Fucking yeah, bolster 1.
Okay.
Oh,
Are you thinking about
no.
pushing? Is it that low?
Yeah. I'm not thinking about it.
Uh huh.
I'm actively deciding. I'll let you just guess what I rolled.
A 1.
One.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That'd
so
be
I'm
pretty
gonna
bad.
push.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did get a 3 on the bolster die, if that matters,
Nope.
for my punishment.
Nah. All right. So, it seems like he recognizes the gesture, and he's gonna. He looks at your form, and you're a pretty hefty guy.
Yeah.
So he's gonna pull back super hard. And,
I can take it.
I'm not gonna give you a strength check for this.
Yeah.
This is
that's
just gonna
fair.
happen.
Yeah.
What did I?
Just tell me how quickly I die.
Let me look over here.
Well, if you're a big guy, I'm assuming you have block.
I do have block. I do have 5 whole block.
That's a lot of block you got there.
Oh wait,
That's
this
a lot
is
of
an
block.
unarmed strike, so technically
Be a shame if something happened to it.
I don't actually roll it.
It would be a shame if something happened to it.
Well,
Kind of
unfortunately, the way
only
block
thing
now
it's good at.
works is that it only halves damage. No, it negates all damage that's under.
It
Meets or-
negates all damage?
Yeah. If
What?
it meets-
Jeez.
No,
No,
it
I don't think that's how it
halves
works.
it. Halves it.
half.
That's an old version. That's an old version of block.
My bad.
I was like, you have to do 6 damage to me to even hurt me? That's insane.
Actually, I don't roll a die for it because it is an unarmed strike and he's not proficient in it. Excuse me. So it's just a strength modifier. So you take 4 damage.
His strength modifier is +8?
No, you take 4
Okay,
damage.
so I have 5 block.
Ah, okay.
Which is the thing we were just talking about.
So actually, this is a bludgeoning attack. So I'm gonna roll to see if this majorly hits you, and if
Yeah,
it does, it
for sure.
ignores 4 block. So let's.
Oh, good. Good.
Oh no.
Well,
You're
my
fine.
dodge is pretty low.
No. What's your dodge?
10.
You're fine.
So I take 2 damage.
Actually,
Right.
because he rolled so low, here's what's going to happen, actually. So technically he misses on my roll. So what I'm going to say is he winds back super far and totally misses you, but he overcompensates. He, like, pushes his body forward, and he knocks right into you.
Okay.
And
Can I use my reaction to catch it?
and take
Can I use my reaction to hug him? To just like fall into a nice hug?
make a
I thought you were gonna carry him.
dexterity
No, well,
check, I
maybe.
guess?
Oh boy. That won't be good. But it'll be funny. So
And that's what we live for.
hey, 10.
10? Okay. Yeah, all right. Awesome. This is perfect. All right, so you grab him and you stop him from falling. Oh.
Hey there, buddy. You're okay.
He
I
will
give him a
grab
pat
you
on the back.
back.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's going to start. He's going to
Wheezing?
try. He's about to try and lift you. What do you want?
Okay,
How
yeah.
are you reacting?
No,
fight it?
I'll let him lift me.
You going to let him lift you?
Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do it.
All right.
I don't make optimal gaming decisions, okay?
As we all know.
He's going to lift you over his head. Body
Oh, and he
slam you
just-
backwards.
Just fully suplexes
He
me.
suplexes you.
Oh yeah.
You take 4
Everyone
damage.
else is like,
Oh, here, let me. Let's see.
You're fighting someone. You're fighting someone.
Is a 16 a major hit?
Yeah, absolutely.
You take 4 damage, and your head just rings in pain as he smashes you.
I will get up.
And he'll stand up.
I'm gonna open my arms back up, see if he comes back to me.
No, wait.
Yeah,
wait,
he's gonna come up to you with his hands, and he's gonna lock them with yours.
Oh, okay. Because if he was gonna take me, I was trying to get another hug.
He's locking with you.
Okay, cool. We'll wrestle like this. That's fine. I was gonna suplex him back, but this is okay.
You can still try.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows you want to do that. He's
Yeah.
not just gonna let you do it easily.
Right. Okay. So I guess we're just wrestling now.
Yeah, you both are locked.
I'm gonna
tell me
go
what you-
low and try to sweep underneath him.
Sweep. Interesting. First, give me a strength check to resist his. So let's see who does better here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Son of a bitch.
In the background.
What's your total?
4.
He rolled a natural 4, and he has a lot of bonuses. So,
Yeah.
he has the upper hand currently. So it would be.
Can I?
Okay.
I don't know if this will
Act
be
at
enough
your own
help.
risk. We're just having a friendly match.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it friendly?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
sort of as a side thing in the corner, I'm gonna try and take any light source that wouldn't affect Dante, that's like kind of behind us, and see if I can brighten it to shine it in his eyes. If there's any water reflecting or any particularly
My
like
glowing
shiny
plant.
reflective surface, I'm not trying to blind him. I'm just trying to make it bright enough that he sort of like winces or like needs to take a moment. Like it's a little difficult to see.
Sure. That'll. So you could basically take credit for this because he rolled a natural 1 on his attack.
Perfect.
So
Beautiful.
he tries to. He's about to he starts to like play essentially mercy with you and just start crushing your fingers. But the sun or something gets in his eyes.
Okay.
And there's a moment that you can.
Yeah,
take
I was like, can I take this moment to, like I said, sort of dip underneath them, like grab them sort of like by the waist or the hips or the thighs or whatever, and just sort of just like fling them backwards, like sort of like to me.
First, I want you to give me a grapple check.
Okay.
To start this.
This is not something I've done before in this system. How does that
so
works in a way?
All you do is make a it's a fortitude attack roll. So the calculation is on my part. And he'll have bonuses because he's.
I just roll like a heavy. I just roll like a power weapon attack.
Yes,
though.
yes.
Okay.
It is.
God damn it. 9.
Oh, sorry. He rolled a natural 1 on that. Is very distracted from this, so I am going to give you bolster 2 on this.
Okay, cool.
Oh, which is just flat.
Which is
flat. So it's plus 4.
Yeah, so it hits him.
So
13. Even with his bigger size, that just barely is able to get a hold of him. So
I'm rolling shit on this dice, on Dante's dice. I'm rolling shit on it.
I know. Sorry. And then what do you do once you do that? What's your move?
So once I've successfully sort of repositioned myself to be low on him, I just want to like he did me. I just want to flip him backwards. Just want to suplex the bitch.
Hell yeah! Yeah. So you're gonna do the same move against him, even though you're smaller.
I just do it. Good.
Yeah, you already did the grapple attack actually.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So go ahead. What's your strength modifier?
+2.
2. So just okay. It was not a major hit, so it only does 1 damage to him. But he's very
And I'll sort of straighten up.
It doesn't hurt him a lot,
I'm
but he's
also laughing. And I'll offer my hand to him to let him back up.
He'll do like the predator grab.
Oh yeah. Embrace myself, so you know.
He'll pat your shoulder.
I also pat his shoulder, you know, this mutual exchange of.
Yeah, and he gives a.
I am afraid I don't know your language, my friend, but my friend. Friend. I'll point to him.
Friend. He'll look at the others and be like, friend.
Friends.
Friend.
Oh.
I think he said earlier. He said Umsha.
Umsha.
Oh,
by the way, he was pointing at you, and then he starts looking around. Umsha.
He's okay. He's doing okay. He's.
I'm gonna hold out. I'm gonna hold out the berries and point to Umsha.
Oh. Kala Umsha. Oh.
Oh, he's asking for some?
He wants the berries.
He thinks you're saying Umsha gave you these to give him.
Yeah. Oh, I give him. I was only holding out like 2 or 3, so I give them to him.
Koto. Pointing at Dante.
Sorry, say that again. Koto.
Koto.
And he'll point to himself. Say Koto.
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 Oh.
Flex, do like a couple like muscle man poses like Koto. Yeah, and I'll just mimic him.
Yeah, give me a performance check.
Hell yeah. Can I make it? No, that's stupid. I was gonna say, can I make it seduction?
We all there.
I'm just fishing for that +1.
I mean, unless you're trying to be seductive.
No, I'm not.
I can't tell you if it'll be effective or not.
I'm not trying to be seductive. I don't want to seduce the ogre.
You sure?
You're
God,
not Z.
son
You're
of a
not Z
bitch.
playing a character. What'd you roll? 5? Okay. You're not. You just can't get the flexes right. It's not really showing off everything that you got.
Well, my shoulder's been thrown out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to be fair, I'll roll for him. Ooh, yeah, 20.
And I'll sort of relent and like give deference to him.
Yeah.
Koto.
Yeah, and you see him like being super intense about it, so you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like Full Metal Alchemist with Lieutenant
Except much more aggressive.
Yes,
Except
Lieutenant
much more
Edward.
aggressive, but yes.
Oh, that was a great scene. Everything we could wish for.
Call off, Avro. Move.
I don't know what he's trying to say. I don't speak his language.
Yes, I believe that's the reoccurring problem we seem to be running into.
No.
Are you alone? Is
Please
there
don't
more of
invite
you?
him to come hang out.
Yeah. He's my new friend. Me and Clem can hang out with him. Koto and
We have
Umsha.
to feed 13 people.
This guy's effectively 4.
I'm gonna point to us. I'm gonna we go Umsha.
Usha.
Umsha.
Umsha.
Whoa.
Sharn in her little gnomish form does this.
Okay. Bye. And John starts walking.
Yeah, we all start walking.
Bye.
All right, if he seems satisfied, I'll keep walking. But like, I don't know or I'll start walking. I mean, but
You leave
I
last?
don't want to make him upset. What?
Yeah, you leave last?
Yeah. And before I go, I'll offer him sort of another handshake.
Okay, yeah, he'll do the predator handshake with you.
Yeah, and then
Give me a strength check.
In, I'll. Okay, yeah, sure.
Just for funsies.
Son of a bitch. 7.
Oh, he got a 9, so it's pretty equal. You get pretty equal handshakes.
Okay, good. I was gonna say when he grabs on, I'll pull him in. And do like the back slap thing and all that. Koto.
Just starts walking away.
Yeah. Oh, my back.
Sharn is like, do you need healing?
I just need to, when we get back to camp, I'll take a minute. I'll just take a breather.
Right, well,
I'm
Clem
used to
certainly
I'm used to roughhousing, but he's a little stronger than Peter is.
Yeah.
That
That's
was
why I was trying to
not
avoid
what
him.
I was anticipating.
I don't know actually Peter's name. God damn it. I forgot.
My son.
My son.
I've abandoned my boy.
I've abandoned my boy.
My boy.
My son! I've abandoned my boy! I've abandoned my child!
I was thinking of Goblin
Wait,
Fire.
nope, there he is. I love that Amy Poehler is playing the child in that sketch too, because it adds like a whole level.
I was thinking of Goblet of Fire.
Oh no, I was thinking of Chris Fleming, but
No, it's originally a Bill Hader sketch where he's like a
I believe you.
Victorian gentleman,
Yeah.
and he's abandoned his boy. He goes very intense with it. And it's Amy Poehler dressed up as a little Victorian gentleman. That's the boy. Yeah, I guess we can head back then. Down 3 berries, and a backache, but worth it.
I mean, we didn't get killed by an ogre.
I think
So-
making friends
Or
will
by
probably
a man, by a gentleman. I forgot that I don't know what an ogre is.
Uh,
I circled back around into being smart.
I think making friends rather than foes where we can is going to be a good move for us.
No,
I don't know if it views us as friends. Well, maybe you, Dante.
It's certainly not trying to eat us, which is more than we can say for the insects and the wolves.
maybe me and Clem, because it was Clem that he liked before, right?
Yeah, I think that was more. I don't know if it was respect, or if he liked that Clem was very. What's the word?
Subservient?
Yeah, subservient.
Well,
But Clem
point
was like
was-
that to everything we came across.
point was maybe me and Clem can, go back and maybe try to talk with him. Seemed like he wasn't really saying stuff that I know as words, but
Have any of you experienced or recognized anything like that creature? Gentlemen?
Unfortunately not.
No. I
Spoke
mean,
no
I've only met him
recognizable
once.
no recognizable language that I could discern.
that did seem like the same one also.
Yeah.
It seemed like the same one, possibly, and definitely had a language of some
Right.
kind.
That much was clear.
And it recognized me. So
We know a couple of things. I'm sure that Clem or maybe John remembers better what that Shaw thing was, but it seemed like Koto was strong or power or something
Yeah.
like that.
that's what I
Mitch,
gathered.
Give me a
Yeah.
con check.
Can I give you what?
Con check.
Oh no.
No, you're getting a class.
12.
12?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I rolled less than 10 again. Give it to me anyway.
That's not bad.
I said strong and power.
Apes together strong.
Ape together strong, Omid.
It's not like it's super hard.
Don't punish me for my shitty rolls.
Let's see here. I want to give you
I
some
want to
kind
be
of
the
bonus.
first with 2 classes.
I want to give you
No,
some
wait,
kind
no, that was Faith. Damn it. I want to be the second with 2 classes.
But
But here's the thing: my goal is to be the last person with 3 classes. I want Clem to be the last person to level up.
I see. I was just thinking about how it would be fun if Jean-Claude never got a class.
Mitch, do you want bolster one or do you want advantage?
God, that's a good question. Because I haven't been rolling well enough for advantage to be good. But if I roll a 1 on the bolster, that's kind of sad. I have a really big modifier is the thing.
Right.
The most you're getting of a bolster is a +4
4.
at must.
Whereas I'm guaranteed to get +5 out of advantage. I think I'll take advantage.
Okay. Roll again.
Hey, that's over 10. 18.
18. Okay. So with your original, so when you've been in this world, even though you've had like your meat cleaver,
Yeah.
you've had a preference. Like you've
Well,
always
the first
gone
thing that I
towards-
did actually was try to suplex a wolf.
You did try to suplex a wolf, and that turned out to be a lot harder than it looked. Actually, it turned out to be about as hard as it looked.
Right.
And you failed at that, and you've probably been like, I feel like if I could have done it again, if I could do it all over again, I would have done the same thing but better. Like,
Right,
I
yeah.
could have gotten it. I used to wrestle with my kids all the time, that sort of thing. And then with this huge thing that should have been way better, you should not have been able to suplex this thing. Like, and you couldn't get that wolf, but this giant ass fucking ogre, this huge orange dude, who just picked you up and lifted you like you were nothing.
You're right.
And then the fact that you were able to not only like get around him kind of dexterously and then like grab him and actually like lift him and smash him onto the ground, and you didn't hurt him as much as you had hoped,
Right.
but you're starting to get like a feel for the techniques of that, and also you got to experience this creature who seemed to be pretty experienced in like wrestling. Like when he was able to actually like get you, he had a super easy time like taking out. Like you saw that his aim wasn't very good, clearly, but his mastery of picking things up and then smashing them on the ground.
His mastery of picking things up and smashing
them into the ground. That's how he would describe it. So that's how I'm doing it. Was very high. He seemed to have more predilection for that than his club. And you are now a fighter wrestler subclass.
Nice.
And you got a feel for lifting bigger creatures than you, so that's going to make that easier.
So
based off the subclass.
Nice.
Yes, warrior subclass.
Oh, thank God! I have advantage on athletic stat checks. Oh, thank Christ!
Embriel's just going to be surrounded by a bunch of beefy boys.
Embriel's not too upset by that. He'll live.
It's Ambriel.
Okay. One of them's a beefy daddy.
Beatrice the MILF and Sharn as one group, and then the Beefy Boys is another group, and then I think Clem and Jean-Claude is a useless group.
Yeah, useless group.
Clem's been pretty useful actually for dealing with people.
Clem is so much more useful than Jean-Claude is also.
Yeah. Which is it's so funny to me because the only thing he has going for him is Cower, because his charisma is literally 11.
But it's a generally applicable skill.
Yeah. Who knew?
Well, I mean, it kind of goes to show, like, he's not charismatic, but he always seems to worm his way out of things, like in his old life. So
it does fit.
People are like, how did he get out of that situation? Like, how did he not just completely
die?
Yeah. So yeah, you're all currently heading back. You've already made your stealth checks.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, there's nothing else. Yeah, so actually with that, you eventually make it back to camp with no issue, unless you decide to take a detour or something.
Make our own issue.
Are grapple attacks, I have a question. Are grapple attacks considered bludgeoning attacks?
Grapple? Yeah, they would be bludgeoning.
Okay, cool.
Definitely.
Yeah,
because it says yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That makes sense. I just asking.
Mm-hmm. Could we kind of do like a bit of a flashback to camp as we arrive? Because I wanted Forlorn to have a conversation with someone.
Yeah, sure thing.
Forlorn is kind of like doing things around camp, but he tries to stay around the little lean-to that they have, the little shelter, and looks out for when Jean-Claude wakes up.
Hell yes.
Oh boy. Okay.
Faith, I lied. I'm getting a third class right now.
Apparently.
Yeah, he sort of is lazy about it, but once really the sun is up and sort of there's no way to like hide the fact that it's daytime, he'll he doesn't really ever, if he can help it, he doesn't really ever leave the lean-to, just because as we've discussed many times, if he were to leave, yes, Wolfric is a paladin.
Okay, A lot of
if you were
characters,
to
y'all.
leave and be out in the sun for too long, he might start to desiccate, which is a bad thing. So he tries to stay out of the sun.
Oh, Jean-Claude, you're
Yes,
awake.
of course. How can I help you?
I kind of wanted to talk to you for a bit.
Well, here we are. We are talking. You may continue.
I've been hearing talks around camp.
Talks of what?
How everyone needs to pull their own weight.
Oh.
Ah, well, this is a good thing then, for I am very light.
I wasn't talking in the literal sense. I'm just worried for you.
For
What makes you worried
Lord.
for me? I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna get murdered, actually.
I'm worried that other people in camp will start thinking that you're too much of a burden.
I do not see how this would be. I agree that I maybe perhaps am somewhat lacking in the case of muscle and stature and sort of impermanent things such as this.
And
But what I lack in sort of my body,
Oh
I
God.
more than make up for with my wit and my intelligence. I guarantee this to you.
that I can relate with you wholeheartedly. Um, I don't know if the others will see that.
I am sure that once I am able to guide the building and processing of many more things, that they will notice my worth.
Well, I wanted to help you because what that tree showed me does not require any physical endurance, any physical attributes.
Are you trying to say that you can teach me magic?
Well, I want to try.
Well, you perhaps could have led with this fact. These sort of vague equivocations you make about things you've heard around camp and sort of pulling one's own weight and all these things, they are fine talking points, but they have no substance. Now, if you're offering me power, this is a language that I speak.
Damn it. Wait.
Somebody better warn Sharon. Farlarn is talking to
Oh,
Jean-Claude.
Farlarn! I didn't even think about that
Farlarn.
one.
Farlarn is talking to Jean-Claude. Someone
You're-
better
you're-
warn Sharn.
Jean-Claude, I know you're a very smart man. And that's why I've
The
come to you.
smartest man, at least in a mile of here, I would say.
Yeah, I would say so. But I feel like we should watch each other's backs. That's why I want to teach you. Attempt to.
This is perhaps an arrangement that I could be amenable to. What would I owe you? I know that everything comes with a price.
Nothing right now. Your friendship.
Oh, he wants friends.
Alliance. I wouldn't say alliance. That's too much. We're not making factions here or anything. We're all in this together.
Of course. It would not behoove us to sort of go against the others, you know. Let me say this thing to you, Forlorn. I know that. Well, you are familiar with dominoes, yes?
Yeah.
Even a small domino, when there are many of them, can knock over something large. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think I heard the others say something to a similar effect. They're a lot less eloquent. Ape
course.
together strong.
Yes. That is a bit of a crude way to put it, I think, but it carries the message.
I'm not sure if I can teach you my magic exactly. My magic comes from within, and
Well, I have an idea about this, I think. Do you know where the pile of the where they are keeping the wolf bones?
Ooh.
would I know that?
Yeah, they're not hiding
It's not
it.
like it's a secret.
They're not hiding it.
Yeah.
I believe I had
I can
Sharon
keep
say
in mind.
something, I believe to you, about typically magic needs a focus, something to channel the power through. I
I'll be
figure
right back.
you get it.
I go find a wolf bone,
Yeah, that's easy enough. I'm gonna say you do it.
a suitable one, maybe one that's like.
Get like the
So-
skull. Get like the skull.
I don't think would the skull just be lying around. I feel like the cooks would have just left that behind because there's not really, unless you were eating the brains.
There's bone marrow in the skull.
Did you cut the skull? Did you cut the head off?
I mean, eventually.
Probably not. If we were
Yeah.
just doing a general butchering, we wouldn't have cut the head off.
Yeah. So
I mean, you might have while you were
If
like.
you wanna get like another bone, I just figure the skull is probably the most powerful bone.
I'm gonna say the
Rib is also good. A rib is also good, I think. Wand.
I
It's
think
wand like.
one of the
There's
things
symbolism there.
I would mention is that it's generally when you're butchering animals, you don't like skin the head.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
That's why I was like.
Yeah. Okay. If the, yeah.
You
So if the
usually
head,
like skin the rest of the animal and then cut the head off.
yeah. Like I said, I think a rib is fine too.
I would
there
look
was
for
the
like.
symbolism
A
there.
skull would be
Here,
very cool.
Forlorn, the head is there. It's attached to the torso. Do with that if you will.
As cool as it would be, Mitch, I don't
Yeah.
think Forlorn would get the skull.
Yeah. No, it's fair. You're fine.
He would look for like
I
a
just had an
sizable
aesthetic.
bone,
It's fine.
probably a thinner one. Maybe
One
one
that
that's like,
Jean-Claude could certainly hold.
yeah.
Give me just a luck check.
I am also forgetting that the wolf skull is probably fucking huge.
Yeah, that's gigantic.
Luck check. Oh,
We can
That's
find you a
charisma.
smaller skull,
uh,
like a bird.
10. It's a
I had
decent.
like sort of a Shakespearean image in my head.
It's a
but yeah.
decently sized bone.
I
It's
know what you were
perfectly-
going for. Yeah.
Perfectly
Yeah.
average.
It probably like it wasn't probably like a whole bone. Probably one that's like chipped off at one end, so that's like pointier. Comes to like a point. That's what I was
Sure.
trying to say. And I take it back.
But you find an average bone,
Perfectly
Maybe this
average
will,
bone.
like in a cartoon, like a
Maybe
Tom
this
and Jerry
will-
cartoon.
Right. Like a
Okay.
milk bone.
Do for now.
He sort of takes it, he sort of turns it over in his hand, looks it over. Yes, I think this will, at the very least, nothing will happen, right? The worst thing that happens is nothing.
That's the worst that can happen.
I would assume. I mean, I've never seen your magic blow up in your face. I've never seen There's that wolf guy. He does something I heard. I've not seen him do anything except run around the fucking place.
I should let you know that he hit something and it exploded.
Okay, well, so he can do something I've never seen it blow up in his face. So maybe there's something to this.
Just focus on the bone and think of
Truly a Jedi Master.
think of
Me
the way the
bones!
tree put it was harm.
Ah, I see.
You're the first first person I tell this to.
Then, if I'm going to focus on something as specific as arm, should I not have a target?
Like a tree.
I suppose I could do something to a tree.
I mean, I also remember reading stories of people moving things with their mind. They don't necessarily
I
have
like
to think
that.
of harm.
Okay, I have some inspiration. I'm going to pick out not the tree that the lean-to is against, because that tree is valuable to me, but another tree nearby. And if we have to move, we can move. And I'm going to... So the thing that I'm going to attempt to do right now, I'm going to sort of provide sort of a 50-50 split in terms of description, in terms of what Jean-Claude is doing and sort of what my intent as a player is.
Okay, yeah.
Because those two things are separate, but they sort of go hand in hand and help each other out.
Go ahead.
To make my point. So when we find an appropriate tree, he's going to firmly grasp it.
Make a strength check to firmly grasp this, because you are a weak little thing.
Oh no. 6?
You drop it.
Fuck. I pick it back up.
Give me another check.
Less, fine.
You drop it again.
Damn it all. I grab it again.
Give me another one.
Thank God, 12.
Hey, you're able to hold on to it this time.
Okay. And so this actually plays into my thing. This is great. So I'm going to... Jean-Claude will sort of... After these two frustrations, he will sort of take a moment, take a deep breath, sort of clear his mind, and he'll think about the sort of weakness in his body.
Okay.
And he's going to focus on attempting to take that weakness and projecting it towards the tree.
Ooh.
I'm attempting to cast the spell Ray of Enfeeblement.
Oh, that's interesting.
Shit.
Huh.
That's clever.
Jean-Claude doesn't know it as that.
Okay.
But in terms of game terms for you, Omid.
Okay, let me think about something before you do that. I need to think about this bone.
About this bone.
Necromancer.
Think about Jean-Claude's bone.
Necromancer.
I really want you to go back and read my incredible, excellent
Poem. Your
mantra
poem.
for you.
Focus on the bone. Manifest the bone, be one with the bone, become the bone, realize you're made of bones. Have an existential crisis because you are bones and bones are wet. Create a will, plan for your future in the skeleton war. Begin practicing basic weapon attacks for once you were drafted upon your inevitable death.
Okay. Give me Give me an intelligence check.
Yeah.
However,
However,
I am gonna have you give me hinder 1 for reasons.
for reasons. Okay.
Yes.
Because I'm going with the instruction focus on harm.
Just for reasons.
Okay. 15.
15?
15.
Hmm.
As he's like focusing, I just
Okay.
am kind of like whispering in his ear. I focused on all the pain I remembered from my past life.
Yeah, I think, and Jean-Claude has sort of remembering Bone. And I think at the mention of that, Jean-Claude is sort of brought back to some of the memories that he's got interacting with some other various people. I think specifically in this moment, he doesn't, remember everything about her, but he's remembering a couple days ago the sort of interaction that he had with his mother and the sort of tension that was there, and the sort of, the frustration and the anger that he feels about that.
Okay.
Yes.
Do it.
Good.
Okay. You feel... You feel something.
Yeah.
You feel like you're harnessing something, possibly.
I grab onto that hatred.
Oh, okay.
Left turn.
Strong choices only for me. Strong choices.
You grab onto that hatred, and then what was the thing about your mother?
Sort of anger and frustration because he's aware of the fact that she was sort of being derisive towards him. She was sort of I wouldn't say making fun of, but she was sort of criticizing him.
Yeah.
And I think that he was aware of that.
Okay.
If he's doing good and something appears to be happening, you just hear Forlorn to say, good.
Let me look at something. Hold on a second.
The Emperor Palpatine to Jean-Claude's Darth Vader.
Let me see. What?
Iron
Anakin,
lung and everything.
don't.
Iron lung and everything.
Anakin, don't.
Anakin, no. Anakin, yes.
Anakin, don't think about the sand.
I do. I think about sand.
Let me double check something.
It's gritty and it gets into all of your crevices. That's not good. I hated that.
Exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted from this conversation.
Yeah,
speed
exactly what
running.
all of us didn't want.
I'm speed running 3 classes. Get fucked.
Okay.
I'm sure Jean-Claude would have came to Forlorn eventually.
You don't know what I had planned.
All right. Give me. Okay, yeah, definitely. All right, give me another
intelligence check.
You can use. No, do not give me an intelligence check. Give me a charisma check, actually.
Even better. Any modifiers to that?
Not for this one.
Okay.
I really hope.
And just straight charisma?
Actually, I'll give you bolster 1.
Okay. And just straight charisma, though?
Yes.
Okay. Could I attempt to command the magic?
What are you trying to do?
Well, so I've got this thing. You said I was feeling something. I decided to grab onto it. I decided it was hatred. And now that I've got it, I want to command it to shoot through, to go through the bone and do what I'm telling it to do.
Okay. You're command. Oh, I see why you're saying command.
Yeah, I just want a +1.
Yeah, I'm not giving you that. No.
God damn it.
I really hope that you have to make that necromancer subclass now.
Command.
Wait, command who? What? The wand?
The magic.
The magic itself.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Okay. But for your edification, command is my specialized skill.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay,
But because of the context, I'm gonna say no.
that's fine.
It's more for the audience to know.
Son of a bitch and a tit. 10?
10. You're
Son of a
holding.
bitch and a tit?
Son of a bitch and a tit.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
It
shit.
happens. You're holding on to that hatred, and like you're really like channeling it, and you try to make it explode out of this, like to command the forces itself to follow your will, and nothing happens.
That was good. Try again.
Sure, I try again.
And
Turn
this
to-
time, Forlorn is gonna like grab onto his hand. That's like holding the bone. Okay, now that I'm saying it.
Here, let me
Almost
show
got
you
through it,
how
David.
it's
You
done. You
did.
just move your hip right here, and then
Yeah,
move your
just
hand.
hug
And
him from
Right,
just
behind.
put your
Swayze's me a
hand
little
on the
bit.
shaft of the bone, and then right there.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, now you just gotta swing with your hips. Anyway, both
He
of
Patrick
bone.
Swayze's me a little bit.
So, are you doing anything different?
I'm gonna just like kind of like guide him, and I'm just gonna say like whisper into his ear. I heard they
I
say
think
you're
that.
worthless.
Oh, did you hear that, Mitch? By the way,
No, I didn't.
say that again, David.
Forlorn will like kind of guide your like hand, your wand hand, and just whisper into your ears. I heard they say you're worthless.
Okay.
No.
I think. Okay. Yeah. And we are alone in the woods right now.
Right? Yeah.
That's the
so-
title.
Focusing on the tree.
Jean-Claude's original plan,
Uh huh.
seeing as though the direct route wasn't working for him,
Uh huh.
his original plan was to relax and maybe try to let the magic just go on its own.
Uh huh.
But seeing as though that all just happened,
Uh huh.
A burden.
uh,
Sorry.
I don't know. I guess he will. I'll add a more physical component to it. So
Okay.
before he was sort of holding on to the tension
Mm-hmm.
and just sort of trying to like be stiff about it.
Stiff with the bone. Yep.
But this time he'll add sort of a somatic component to it where he sort of maybe like reels back and really tries to throw the magic out of the wand.
Okay.
So
Sure.
Avada Kedavra.
yeah.
Are you thinking about any of that about what Forlorn said? What are you thinking when he says that?
I think probably in the past Jean-Claude has probably interacted with some people who have maybe said some similar things to him.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I kind of want to bring up this deep cut into his lore,
Mm-hmm.
which again is not a thing that we've ever talked about in the campaign
Yeah.
because it's never came up, and how the fuck would it?
Right.
And I hope you know where I'm going with this right now.
Oh God.
my
Okay.
evil mustache
Jesus
now.
Christ.
And I'm thinking about.
No one gives enough credit to that.
Now he's thinking about the hookers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep.
I'm sorry, hookers?
Yeah.
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 So, a fun fact about
his bonds were
Jean-Claude
hookers in his character
is that one of his. So again, for the bonds that he wanted us to sort of have.
Yeah.
One of the two bonds, the two relationships that I wrote down was one of them was with his mother, the other one, was with all of the hookers in Paris. Not because he's good at sex, but just because he thinks he's the shit.
Uh-huh.
And he's thinking about sort of the many times that he had acquired the let's say the services of one of these
Oh God!
young women.
I knew it's sexual.
But he really just ended up crying the whole time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If it's possible, I would
So-
like for Lauren to like channel some magic into the wand,
Mhm.
if possible. God damn it!
This is just I
It's
can't.
a very sexual process.
Unfortunately,
apparently.
David, Mitch is trying to do will magic, and you only have power magic.
All right, that's fine.
Okay. So I'm making
and then
another
Mitch,
charisma
is
roll.
that making you think of humiliation? What is that making you think of?
Yeah, I mean, I think he probably thinks it's humiliating to buy that sort of thing and then not even do anything with it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me another roll.
Okay.
Are you trying to do like the same type of
Yeah,
blast, essentially?
I think that
Trying to shoot your weakness out?
first of all, so that because it's the thing that first felt powerful to him, and he's still sort of holding on to that. Like, 'cause I think when, or at least the way that I interpreted it, when he failed to throw the magic before, when he failed to cast the magic before, it didn't go away. It just sort of stayed there.
Yeah.
And so because before he was focused on sort of making the weakness leave his body.
Not even subtle. No.
Sorry, I'm just
no
gonna
metaphor, no. Like, it's just not subtle at all. It's just
there's
very
an interesting.
straightforward.
Now is not the time nor the audience for it. But there's some interesting things that I know about masturbatory theory from like the Civil War era that we can talk about later.
Cool.
I thought you didn't know anything about history.
So because before the salient thing to him was making the weakness leave his body, I think he is still focusing on the same thing.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make your charisma check.
Okay, any modifiers to that?
I'll
accept no. I'm curious. I just have to. Okay,
It's
that's
not
fine. I just need to.
It could have been a negative modifier for a reason.
I just need to know. So. Okay, 16.
16?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not spectacular, but
good. Let me just twirl my evil mustache more.
Jean-Claude's dice also does not roll well for me usually. It's this big heavy metal dice.
So
like golden.
It seems like nothing comes out of the bone once you like pull it back and you.
Yeah.
This is nothing comes out of it, and then the tree starts to shrivel.
Hell yeah.
Ever so slightly.
Hell yeah.
Like you can tell, it's not like dead, but it shrivels. And it's definitely not shrink. It is shriveling.
Okay.
So it looks like it looks. Yeah, like a tree. It's fucking shriveling. Well, I don't need a better description than that.
The leaves are wilting and the bark sort of gets a little dry. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe some leaves fall off.
Yeah, and then a few moments later, it seems to go back to what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the leaves and some of them. I mean, it does do damage actually. Roll 2d6 for me actually.
Oh yeah.
I forgot it does damage.
11.
11? Okay.
11.
So some parts of it come back to life. The rest don't because they've like branches have just like fallen off of this thing. They wilted so much.
That's definitely something I can't do.
Of course.
You can prove them wrong. Was that a fluke?
It may have been. It may have been you. You could be lying to me this whole time. I do not know.
I haven't done anything.
again, the thing is you have magic, right? And so you could lie to me. There'd be no way for me to know.
As far as I'm aware, my magic is very
If it
elemental.
makes you feel better, more like I trust you or something, that was sort of in the realm of the intensity I had.
I think that was you. I don't think that was a fluke.
Well,
I don't.
I don't really feel any different.
I didn't feel any different at first either. I don't believe what they say out there.
So you know, forlorn, I'm not saying that flattery will get you nowhere, but I do not think that I am as insecure as you think. I do see what you're trying to do.
I was simply worried because if we were to, they were talking about moving camp while you were asleep. And
Well, if we need to move camps, then we need to move camp. But I do not think that we need to move camp. I think that the place that we have is functional. I think that
well, I never
it
really
is like
spent.
in water. It is has shade. I do not see.
I haven't spent any prolonged time in nature, but they were. Sean was saying that we needed to travel, set up a few key bases.
Oh, of course. This is the simplest thing that they do. You know, it is less about moving the camp and more about sort of establishing a territory. You know, sort of making things safer to do for the hunters and the gatherers.
Yes, and I was worried that no one would be willing to carry you
Ah, well, we
every
have
time we
ours.
moved.
You know, Dante has offered to carry me before. You know, we talked about making some sort of like backpack or something that could.
Yes, they're willing to now. But if something were to go wrong,
Well, then I will
the
make
first
the
to
choice with
go.
her, and I will do all these things that I can do. So they will not have a choice.
You're right. They won't.
But for Lauren, I'm a little bit concerned. Not necessarily in a bad way, but just in a, you know, a friendly way, shall we say.
We're both friends.
Remember what we said about there being strengths in numbers, especially, as they put it, when we are dealing with apes.
I don't want to leave you behind.
I am just saying, it's not in our best interest to create enemies, if we can avoid it. You and I are just two people. All of them are 10 more. Now, I am not an expert in all things mathematical, although I am close. But I'm pretty sure 10 is a bigger number than 2. Pretty sure.
Basic math.
You're a man
I
who
would know
counts,
my specialty is numbers.
of course. So, what do we do now? What is the next thing?
Can you do it again?
I suppose we should find a different tree, just so just so it is easier to see sort of the effects of things.
Of course.
All right. So we find a different tree,
Yeah.
and I'll try to enfeeble another tree.
Yeah, it just works.
Yeah, simple as pie. And I do not mean the apple or pumpkin kind of pie. I mean the mathematical kind.
Actually,
It's very easy for me.
no. Now that I think about it, give me another roll. Give me a charisma
Fuck.
check. Actually,
I take it back.
now that I think about it,
15.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just enough. You were able to cast the spell through this bone once more.
There we go. Easy enough. Say it all again.
Let me hold on. Let me
untake
finish.
it back.
Let me finish. It was not easy to do.
Hey, Omid.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing this wonderful thing that I like to do sometimes when we play games like this, where I'm playing a character, and sometimes the character says things that aren't true.
That's fine. I want Jean-Claude to know that it was not easy for him to do it.
It wasn't a cantrip, it was a spell.
He feels
Yeah.
like he barely was able to cast this. Give me an intelligence check.
18.
18, okay. It seems like you are able to cast things through this bone. It seems to be very difficult to do so. 'Cause every creature has a little bit of magic in them, like like Sharon said before. However, this one doesn't seem to have a lot. So you might have to find an object, or maybe like a more magical creature
Like the
that has a
fucking
more
skull.
magical bone.
Or the bone of a magical
You know what I
creature.
will say?
Yes.
You know what I will say as well, for Lorenzo. Well, this is easy enough for me to do, of course. I do think that if we were to find some kind of bone or something that was perhaps from a magical creature, that would make it even more powerful.
Well, to find a bone of a magical creature, we would first have to kill it, wouldn't we?
Well, would we have to kill it?
Keep it in one place long enough to rip out its bone, of course.
Now you were thinking smarter.
It's a lot easier to just kill the thing than subdue it.
That depends on the kind of magical creature it is.
You think
Some
magical
creatures are quite difficult to kill.
You think a bone? You think it has to be a bone?
Well, it does not have to be a bone, perhaps. If you were to get me some kind of, I'm gonna make an intelligence check really quick. Natural one. I can't think of any fucking magical
No,
creatures.
this is. You already rolled
Can't
for
think of
this,
any.
Mitch. Mitch, no, you already rolled for this. This was the roll before. So when I said like, so Sharon had mentioned this before. So like, you need a more magical thing for this, and one of the things she said is like gems, parts of like magical creatures.
I've got gems all up on my crown.
Fuck, do you have a crown?
I do. It's in his character model and everything.
God
I've got
damn
gems
it!
all up on my crown.
God damn it, Mitch! You're ruining. God damn it!
Well, they don't have to be magical gems.
Gems usually, yeah.
Gems are not. Omi can make whatever ruling he wants, but
maybe it
generally
needs to be a
speaking,
gem
gems
this
are
time.
natural conduits for magical energy.
I have said it's a magical. They are magical conduits for magical energy. Mitch,
Maybe they're not big enough.
How?
And I threw the thought away. This is real. I'm not just saying this.
Yeah.
I threw the thought away because I was like, we'd have to get it out of the crown, and that would be like a hassle and a pain, and probably wouldn't work. At least the first time that we tried it without any tools or anything. But I did think about getting one of the gems out of my crown and like trying to stick it on the end of the stick or something, or on the bone. I mean, I did think about that.
How big are these gems?
Okay. Let me pull up his Hero Forge really quick.
Also, what types of gems are they?
There's a couple different kinds. As I recall, there's at least sapphires, rubies, and emeralds in it.
Okay, yeah.
Good thing you have these gems, and good thing they might work because Forlorn's first thought was, I know of a magical creature that doesn't move.
Oh, the tree.
As y'all get fucking cursed for stealing from the tree without asking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know 2 magical creatures in this forest so far.
Let's see, where is Jean-Claude?
Yeah, but it would be a lot easier to get a branch from a tree than it would like a unicorn horn.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna present, and I'm so sorry, everybody at home. I have to.
God.
Oh no.
I think he presented originally.
I
You
did.
showed him off, yeah, but
Oh,
we have to
God.
see it again.
Actually, there's rubies, emeralds,
God, there's so
sapphires,
much
and
shit.
amethysts.
Oh, fuck me hell.
They do look about fingernail sized,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah,
So they're not huge,
they're very small.
but there's a ton of them.
There is a ton of them. Okay. All right.
I've been wearing this magical focus the whole fucking time.
So as you're saying like, oh yeah, you could use gems or something instead. You have a crown full of little tiny gems,
Yeah.
and you realize that as you're saying it.
Of course. Why did I not think of this before? I do not. I'm not sure that it would work, because I do not think that. I think that I need to have something that I can like physically hold in my hand. But I'll just point to it. I do have lots of little gems.
You have to take one out.
we
would have to take them out. I do not know how we would do this because I will not accept the destruction of my crown.
Mitch, give me another. Both of you can give me another intelligence check.
21.
21. Okay. You think you might just be able to, if you focus the spells
pluck 'em out?
through it, like just on your
Oh.
head?
That's also something that I thought about. That was the thing I said was I do not think it would work, but wonderful.
I rolled a 16.
Throw the bone aside,
You're just gonna go
and
Magneto.
I
this-
assume the sort of pose that he's got in his hero forge,
Jesus Christ.
God.
and I focus on another tree.
Are you gonna try to cast the same thing?
Yeah,
It works. You do not have to roll. It
Hell
just
yeah.
wilts. Go ahead and make a damage roll, just for funsies.
it's 2d6.
Yeah.
9.
9. Okay. Yeah. It wilts just like the other tree.
Well, Jean-Claude, I'm very glad we had this talk.
Yes.
In fact, there's a dark glow around the crown when the spell is cast. Mitch,
I'm now a
Jean-Claude
warlock.
is a warlock.
Hell yes.
Specifically, the cursed subclass.
Oh no!
My natural 20s count as natural ones.
No, natural 20s count as, for you
For me.
and for any creatures of your choice within range.
Oh, of your choice. Okay.
Yeah.
So he could theoretically choose some of you if he wanted.
Oh no.
Well, it's Mitch rolling this character, so I don't know how many natural 20s he's gonna get on Jean-Claude. At least he's got that going for him, maybe.
Not with this dice, but
And I'd say it's around then that like the gang arrives back.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Oh, hello everyone. How are you doing?
Well, we had a fruitful clam. We ran into your friend there, Umsha.
Dante is going to hobble over to the nearest sort of bench-like thing
Yeah.
and just take a seat.
Clem will come up. He's like, "Oh, you're alive. That's good."
I
Did he
think
ask
I'm
about
the Koto now.
Does that outrank me?
Well, I suplexed him.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Clarice is very intelligent.
It was pretty impressive to see just that large creature just taken out at the feet by Dante. It was very...
Well, it's all, I was sort of studying his technique, and it's all about leverage.
Mm.
I went low because that, they say the
Top
bigger
heavy.
they are, the harder
they-
it hurts.
The harder they fall.
Oh, that does make sense, but you were not able to talk to this creature?
Well, we tried, but, he was making sort of weird noises.
Yeah, you spoke a different
That's
language.
not nice to say. He clearly had something he was trying to say, but it was like I was speaking in this language and he was speaking in some, like, I don't know, I'll just make up the name of a language right now, Flumperdouche. It's like he was speaking Flumperdouche and we were speaking this language, it's...
Nick will walk up and he'll be like, but it was a language. It wasn't like animals speaking.
No, it wasn't like
Okay, so
barking or
probably-
like
I probably
Clarice
can't.
even.
And
I probably can't understand
we
it.
did even
Hi,
say...
Clarice.
We did... Dante said friends to this
And he repeated
gentleman,
that to
and
me.
he did repeat it. So
He did seem quite confused, but he did repeat it. We also had to give him a gift from the Umsha. He got a little confused about that as well, but you still seem to be in his good graces, Clem. Clem like fist bumps. Yeah, that's right, Crowley's, and he's gonna hold up for a high five.
Unfortunately, the tree was not as knowledgeable as I was hoping for.
More knowledgeable than I was hoping, though.
Oh yes, what did you learn from the tree?
And Sharn will kind of like holding the branch aloft. Go over. Is gonna take a different herb from her pouch, one that's one of the ones she knows does some slight pain relieving, and she's gonna an inert one. She just plucks one off a bush, and then she's gonna channel and focus on relieving pain in the muscles and focus on her source of power and transferring that down, and then she's gonna I don't know what spell I'm casting because I haven't looked at the spell list, but then I'm gonna try to hand it to Dante to heal him.
It would probably be I mean, honestly, any healing spell that you want, 1 through 3. Probably like a level 1. Flash of healing, cure wounds.
Let me look at it. There we go. Okay, let's do.
This is what I have.
I'll do cure wounds.
Cure wounds.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah.
I
So
like the flavor of that too, since it does more. But
it
you have to...
transfers from the. Actually, you do have to roll because this is not currently craft. It's not currently formed, like the tree said. So give me a charisma roll to do this.
Ah, shite. I have to finish my staff. Shite. 9.
9. You are not able to.
I would like to push.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, let me just. Yeah, you do that while I think of something to do to you.
Maybe my mana goes down for the rest of the day. That's fine.
Okay, yeah. That's good.
Alright. Yeah,
You
she
deplete
pushes too
yourself.
hard and pushes too much magic through it at once. But it lights up, and I almost did your accent, which would be bad.
This is very lovely. What have you done?
The tree was very helpful and taught me, kind of gave me a guide on how to channel the energies, and I think I can turn any herb into a healing herb now. And she'll go hand it to Dante. Dante, you heal 6 hit points.
Hey.
Wait, is he within? Where is he?
What do you
Not
mean
that
if
it
he's
matters.
He's within range.
He's sitting on a bench on a log somewhere.
I think he heals 7.
Okay, and you also I don't add my charisma to that, right, Omid? It's
No,
just the cheese.
just the
Before I take my rest, I only have 6 hit points anyway.
Wait, Dante?
So
Yeah, well, I'm assuming I don't really get the class or whatever till I rest or whatever. But
no, I fully just
no,
kind
just
of
take it.
well,
I won't do that. That's a pain.
Sharn and
how
everyone
about this as an
notices-
explanation then? I just don't want to do all that side work right now.
Sure, that's fine.
But everyone notices Sharn kind of transfers the magic into this herb, and then kind of, might need to practice a little bit. But she hands it to Dante, and then steps back, and she says, "All you have to do is eat it."
Okay, yeah, he eats it.
Yeah, and then you eat it, and you feel like this magical effect within you, and your back heals.
Which might be helpful. I think that I can transfer this energy into plants and then give them to people for their own use. So I don't always have to be with you, or Ambrielle doesn't always have to be there to be able to heal.
That would be very, very useful. Especially as we need to make groups and split up. But that is so lovely. I'm so glad that you were able to discover such an amazing power.
Also, we were not as successful at we didn't find a dire wolf, so we don't have any meat, but we did find, and Sharn will pull out the avocados and the 17 berries that they found and add them to
John
our...
has the bush, just been carrying the bush.
Yeah, and we're hoping maybe you can help me with this, Beatrice, to graft it. It's a little damaged, but this bush grows
I think
berries.
I would head back to the garden sometime. At my old job, I guess. I can certainly help with that.
You might have to explain. It sounded like she knew what it was.
That's an assumption.
That Beatrice knows what it was?
Yeah.
Well, Susanna knows what it is. But...
Yeah, whatever. All right, whatever.
I assumed Beatrice did because she's got a +5 intelligence, so like nature. She worked in a place that would have had grafted trees. She worked for a fucking family that owned a winery. She knows what grafting is.
Yeah, everyone else we probably have to explain it to, though. But yeah.
Okay.
So Jean-Claude,
that's just for myself.
I think I hear everyone arriving. I want to tell them that you're looking for magic.
This isn't something that Jean-Claude would necessarily know off the top of his head. No pun intended. When I'm not casting the magic, is the glow there?
No.
Okay. I do not think it needs to be public information at the moment. Not because I think that we should keep secrets from them, but just because I think that there are certain implications, and I think that if people learn that you can perhaps teach them some magic, it could get out of hand. No?
Yeah. Too many students.
Right.
Not
All
enough
of your
teachers.
educational ratios, they would be completely off.
I as we're kind of like walking back, I have to ask though, what did you focus on when you cast your magic? So it's definitely different than mine.
I focused on what you told me to focus on. Harming the tree.
That's what I was hoping for. I think you kind of see Forlorn and Jean-Claude kind of coming out of the forest now.
Oh, I didn't realize
Jean-Claude
you're up and
has a
about,
glow about
Jean-Claude.
him.
Jean-Claude, you look positively radiant. Perhaps you should sit down, though. You might be coming down with a fever.
Oh,
I am feeling quite tired.
how did it go?
Well, the tree was less helpful than we were hoping, but more helpful than not. Sharn can't demonstrate. Well, she can do a cantrip still, right?
Sharn? Yeah.
Yeah,
Cantrips.
so she'll do what cantrips can Sharn
The healing
do?
cantrip isn't really a cantrip that you can.
Flashy cantrip.
Yeah, but she can do
You could do the nature one.
nature
Yeah.
ones.
Or lightning, too, technically.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Sharn the lightning sorceress.
Yeah, Sharn will make a poison glob just to spurt from her hand away onto a rock. Or
Mhm.
not a rock, I guess a bush. Because she can't poison a rock.
Right. I don't know if you can
So
you poison a bush?
Yeah,
it's
It
living.
doesn't go in the
alive.
Yeah,
bloodstream.
it's alive.
Okay. Sure.
impressive. I
So,
definitely can't do
alright.
that.
well,
So you can both heal and attack. That will certainly be helpful.
well, I didn't actually
And you
know
can
that I
heal.
could do that, but yes, I can also transfer it to plants so that people can take it with them without me being there.
And
We
a
will
little
have
trick.
to do a little bit of experimentation to see how powerful this is, how long it might last. But we can do that after you rest.
Yes,
you look tired.
well,
my dear.
yes, I also need to work on this gift. I think it's important to being able to fully get the picture of what I'm capable of doing.
The branch.
The branch. I told you earlier that most mages, magic users, they need focuses. And mine is very naturalistic, it would appear.
I didn't recognize the branch at first.
Ah, yes, a gift. Though I will warn you, the tree did warn us not to take without asking. I don't know what it would do, but I don't like the implications of a giant tree, sentient tree that knows magic being angry at us. Though,
Well, I definitely wouldn't want to find out.
yeah, though I do believe we could probably run faster than it, but I wouldn't stake any bets on that.
I actually wanted to talk to you, Sharn, in private about something that
Oh,
occurred to me this
of
morning.
course. Yes, absolutely. She's like, I'll rest afterwards, but you all, I'll check in with what you're doing later. Yes, come forlorn. Of course.
This is just my fun. This is just my fun now.
So your theory was that we were sent back in time.
Aye, it fits the
into a
evidence of
distant
what I
past.
know.
That is worrying for me because it implies something.
What does it imply?
That we will have to repopulate. You see why this is worrying?
I can see why that might be on your mind, young man like you.
Well, I was more worried about the genetic diversity.
Yes, that could be a concern, but theoretically, we're
Do you know the
probably...
word genetic?
He probably knows that you shouldn't marry your siblings and cousins.
Oh, that's what
Yeah.
he's talking about. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Genetic diversity.
I see what
yeah,
you mean.
not
now.
eugenics.
I thought
Not
eugenics
eugenics.
when you said that.
It is a thing to be concerned about, but I also believe that if we were sent back in time, if we create the human race, well, that seems to support the theory that time is a stable loop, and we will eventually be sent back again and again into infinity.
Well, that's just a nightmare, isn't it?
Right. The alternative theory is that we are not the progenitors of the humanoid races, and that instead we are here for some other reason. Perhaps we're not here for a reason at all. Perhaps it isn't a completely coincidental fluke, and we are thousands of years past the before the beginning of the humanoids. Many things are possible. but the existence of extinct plants, either that or all humanity was wiped out and we are what's left. But I don't think that explains the lack of ruins and, unfortunately, bodies and why we all moved.
Well, I definitely want to learn more about our situation, as does I think everyone, because I really hope it's not the former.
I hope it is not the case that we have to stretch the gene pool. I'm quite old, so I will be quite not available. Which I wonder if that would mean that there were no more gnomes.
You need to do your civic
Troubling
duty,
thought.
Sharon.
The troubling thought.
I'm not sure that she can. Is she through? Do gnomes go through menopause? Is she a postmenopausal gnome?
Maybe this is
Sure,
Asking the
not
real questions.
Sharn's in the equivalent of like her 50s, of whatever the gnomish equivalent of that is. So I don't know.
Beatrice is up there too. She's 45.
Ah, shit!
Dante's also older.
Oh,
Who's also
God.
older?
Dante's like 48.
Is
Yeah,
Kat
but
the only
it's
girl?
Kat
much-
is the only young girl.
She's 12. No.
She's 11. Thank you.
Also, men you could be like 80 and still like Charlie Chaplin had a kid
Yeah.
at 80.
Though, just a warning to you all. Your risk for genetic illness increases as you age. So, like, for example, I know this because my dad was super old when he had me, and I had to get a full genetic workup because my mom was also kind of older. So they were like, "Ooh, that might not be good." I'm perfect, of course, but
She doesn't have a complex about it or anything.
She has, her.
in fact,
She
so one of the ladies at my mom's like clinic that she went to get the ultrasound, the woman there was like to my dad, she's like, "What? You were only trying for like a few weeks and then she got pregnant, and you're how old?" And she looked at my dad and went, "Have you considered sperm donation?" And my mom was like, "No." We'll be going now.
Faith has had a perfect bill of health her whole life. Y'all.
Yeah.
There was no issues.
I can't think of a single medical issue that Faith has. Not a single
I'll
one.
have you know, that is all my mom's fault.
Wow. Just
Wow,
her
throwing your
bus
mom
here.
under the bus.
Love you, Mom.
I hope your mom's not a fan of the show.
Yeah, you can throw a dislike on this episode. Faith's mom, who we all know is a loyal watcher of the
Right,
show.
a loyal subscriber.
Loyal subscriber.
She better
I
be
don't
now.
know if she'd know how to find it on YouTube. As I said, my parents are older. But yeah, so Sharn kind of horrified at these implications, but kind of shakes them off and is like, "I don't think it's likely, but things to consider. And I appreciate you coming to me with this privately.
Well, they want to worry anyone else.
Yes,
Cause a
I
panic.
also believe that not everyone has fully processed the fact that we may never see our loved ones again. I don't know
Some
if
of them
that is
have.
the case for you, but if you've left anyone behind.
We all left a lot behind.
Some more than others. All of my apprentices had left. They were out in the world practicing. I lived alone. All I had was the people I healed. And you all came with me, so I don't feel necessarily that it's my place to fully... I don't know. Speak for the experiences of those who have left behind families or lovers or
They're sheep.
their sheep.
Well, I just hope that we're not the only.
I'm mad about it.
Oh, I know.
I hope we're not the only humanoids that were sent back.
Well, when you consider the odds of it all, we weren't the only people in the world at the time and the only kingdom. So stands to reason the fact that we're all from the same town other people would have experienced this phenomena somewhere in the world.
Well, I do recognize the mountain range.
So perhaps we are just transported close to where we were, so the others are just farther away.
We'll have to test that theory eventually.
Eventually.
That-
But eventually is not today. We're still trying to get to subsistence level, but I agree. Something to think about, Forlorn.
Can I just say thank you again for letting me, John, and Clem into your little community? I'm not sure how much longer we would have survived out there.
Oh, I don't know. I think you're a pretty wily one. And she winks and walks away.
She reads you like a book, motherfucker. Now get to fucking.
Do not! The only one of childbearing age is 11. And I don't
Wait,
think
no.
that's childbearing age.
It's not childbearing age.
Well, it's still to like be able to bear children. Beatrice and Sharn surely
I
can.
don't know if it's TMI, but I fully subscribe to the fact that Kat has not gotten her period.
No.
yet.
Yeah,
She
no,
is
that's
not
fair.
childbearing age.
Oh God, we'll have to do that.
She was living under stress.
living
This is
under
the campaign you wanted, Omid.
Look,
Yeah.
look, I'm not the one who brought this up.
I didn't pick it up. Anyway.
I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, wait, if we went back in time, that implies that we have to like repopulate the Earth. That's fucked up.
Who said you have to do that? No one said you have to do that.
We assign ourselves a mission, and by God, we're carrying it out.
All right. What is everyone else doing for the rest of the day, if anything?
Kat's
It's
gonna.
pretty close to the end of the day now, and you could say if some of your other characters did stuff throughout the day.
I think that Wulfric would want to try to fashion more of an appropriate spear.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How
are you doing?
So the thing that I was thinking about is instead of just sharpening the staff that he's got, he'll want to acquire sort of a sharp rock and make it sort of give it like a spearhead.
Okay. Yeah. Is he just doing that on his own?
Well, he'll probably do the scouting of the rocks and things on his own, but I think that he realizes that the last time that he tried to like do something, it didn't really go his way. And you know, as we established the last time we talked about Wulfric, you know, he does sort of believe in the whole like the community thing, and so like he believes in having like the strength in numbers and strength of others and all that stuff. And he realizes he can't do everything himself, but he knows what he can do. So if like Beatrice or somebody was around to help him, like, you know, make a spear or something, whoever, I don't know who'd be best at that.
For whoever would be helping you, they would make a crafting check and a strength check because it's going to require strength to actually make the rock.
Yeah.
The problem there is that Forlorn has advantage on crafting checks.
Okay. Well, Knives
Probably not
is
going
probably
to Forlorn
good with
that way.
blades, and Knives is also probably strong.
Yeah. He's also sick at the moment, so I don't know
Ah, fuck.
He will have Hinder 1.
how useful he'll be. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess he could ask Forlorn, but I don't know if Forlorn will have the strength that's necessary. But...
Oh, because he clocked him before, so I was curious if he would even bother.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Is Wulfric doesn't even necessarily trust Forlorn.
To make a spear?
At all.
With anything.
Ever.
Yeah.
So
John's not there,
who
and
you
Clem
going
is
to?
useless to Wulfric. Clem is like a lame sheep.
Jesus Christ.
Well, actually, Sean might be able to help.
Sharn would probably be able to help.
Sean
Sean's
left.
out.
This is during the
Oh,
day.
John.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
these
Well,
are
John
during
is
the
also gone. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
most
bad.
of the day was taken
So
up.
maybe Cat? But Cat's not very smart.
She is not good at crafting or good at perceiving.
You might just have to
Can I
pick
not
someone
get-
who's good at one thing and then hope for the best.
Yeah. I think Wulfric trusts Cat, and also Cat is strong.
Okay.
Between the two of them, they can figure out how to craft a spear.
Baby.
How hard could that be?
Okay, yeah. So Cat, give me a strength check first of all. To do this.
And specifically, I'd want to do the thing where like you sort of like make a groove in it, you stick the sort of pointy end in it, and then you like wrap it with like
This
some
is
kind
this
of
is for
string.
sharpening, like breaking the rock enough to
Right,
sharpen.
and that's
it
fine.
first. Yeah, and
But
then
I
it'll
mean,
be the
like,
crafting for that.
yeah, I'm telling you my idea for the construction.
Cool.
Not great. A 12.
A 12. Okay, you're not doing bad at it.
Oh, wait. I'm fatigued. I have hinder 1.
Oh no. Everybody's fatigued. Everybody except Wolfric, who hasn't slept in 2 days.
I weaklings.
Also rolled a 3 on my hinder, so what was that? 12. So I've got a 9.
A 9.
Rocking in with a 9.
You're not making real progress on this thing.
The super strong 11-year-old is not as
Having a good
strong as
time.
you thought she
Yeah.
was.
You might have to try someone else.
I don't want to talk to Forlorn. Beatrice is smart. Beatrice can craft.
Yeah.
So I'll go to Beatrice. I'll sort of
Beatrice.
explain the situation. Be like,
Thanks.
well, I tried to talk with Kat, and then
Oh no,
she
the
gave her
part
best
here. I
effort
think
into.
she was very tired after she was attacked
Yeah,
by
well,
the
I
wolf.
was. Yeah, and
I can help you with this spear. I think I have tried to make maybe not dangerous things before, but I used to take care of these young boys, and they wanted to be knights and heroes, and they were always talking about fashioning armor out of bark and
good.
that sort of thing. Um,
So strength first.
Well, I rolled really well. That's 14.
14. Okay. You're making decent progress on it. I'm gonna ask you to make another check.
Another strength check.
Yes.
11.
A total of 11?
Yeah.
Okay. It takes a while, but you are eventually, over time, able to graft it the way that you want, or whatever word is shaving. I don't know.
You
Shaving
know,
the
I have
rock.
never actually tried this before, but
Scribing?
I was reading about it.
If I had any idea how to do this thing myself, I may try to do it, but
I think you might be stronger than me, so you might be able to do it a little faster.
I do not know about this one.
You are.
I am.
Yeah.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
yeah, you are. I got a -2. I just rolled pretty well on those, and didn't have a hinder.
Oh, I'm barely
You're barely
stronger.
better, but you are better. You're less worse. Yeah, and then now you can make a crafting check to
This one I'm good at.
wrap it around.
You're much better than me.
19.
There you go.
Yeah, you're able to wrap it around the
Okay.
staff, and now you have a makeshift spear.
Yeah. Well,
Shall we go?
danke.
Thank you. I like to sort of try new things, and well, we're going to have to get a lot of practice at this sort of thing, aren't we?
I suppose so. I will return to my sort of.
Oh, well, actually, I was wondering if you could help me with something. I made these little fishing nets
Also?
to scoop the fish out of the ware. And, well, I'm not a very dexterous person, and I'm not a very strong person either. So I was wondering if those are either of your strengths, if you might be able to
Well,
help me with the fishing.
I am nicht sehr strong, but however, I can slip around a little bit.
Maybe I can once you've got the fish, I can help you pull it out, but I don't think I am fast enough to get one when they're really swimming.
Yeah, well, one must be fast when dealing with, a herd. So
I'd like to do some fishing.
Okay, yeah. How does the thing that you all set up work?
Well, it
So
Kind of
catches
guides the
fish.
fish.
So it pretty much what ends up happening is as the fish swim,
Mhm.
they get kind of sectioned off into this area by the current, and then they
Gotcha.
get kind of trapped in a little pool.
So you
and they
have
end
a
up
much smaller space to catch them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So whoever is trying to catch them in this
Yeah.
not perfect, this imperfect
We have a little bucket of fish.
thingy to capture the fish in. Give me.
I'll take our cooking pot as a basket for us to
There
put
you
the fish
go.
in.
So give me a dexterity check to catch the fish. I'm gonna give you.
Does
I'm gonna give.
Arguably,
I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm about to say it.
arguably, and it's okay if the answer's no. Arguably, is this hurting?
Is-
'Cause I'm hurting them into the net.
Yes.
Mead's given up.
I mean,
It's okay if the answer's no. I got a fish. No pun intended.
Jesus Christ. I mean, they're technically already heard it. Well, I mean, they're in a gate-like area. You know what? Fine, I'll give it to you.
Hell yeah.
Just because it's hard to actually. Also, you have bolster too because of the net and sectioning it off.
Hell yeah.
so is that a rolled bolster or
It's a roll bolster because we're outside of combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I catch the fuck out of those fish. 28.
28? Oh
28.
shit! Oh wow, you. Ooh.
I catch so many
Wow.
fucking
Okay.
fish. I make fish an endangered species.
Mitch, I'm gonna tell you what I did to determine how many fish you caught.
Yeah.
So I decided that was high enough. I'm like, oh, I'll roll a d12 to determine
Yeah.
how many fish you got. You got 12 fish.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
How many portions of fish?
So,
How many portions
this is what's so
are
different.
hold on 1 second. How many portions are did I say the berries are?
Those are 1 portion each.
They're 1 portion.
One
Okay.
portion each.
These would probably be fish.
I know the
It
first
depends on what
day.
kind of fish it is.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of
Yeah.
fish it is, how big
River
they
fish tend to be a little bigger. I think.
are. I mean, they're not as big as like
Because
some
I'm
ocean fish.
thinking of like
No,
right.
no.
I'm thinking of like trouts and
I mean, a fish is a
and-
whole meal.
It's not like a little pond smell.
No, like a
right.
fish
I'm
is a
thinking
whole
about
meal.
right like there's and pikes. That's the one I'm thinking of. Pikes.
Yeah.
Pikes are fucking huge.
Sturgeons? Have you ever seen a sturgeon? They're massive.
Is that a river fish? Are sturgeons a river fish?
It's a lake fish.
It's a lake fish.
Okay.
I guess I'll make it.
I was just thinking of big fish.
I'll make them.
Maybe since we caught so many, they were small.
Yeah.
Let's
Probably more like
let's
maybe
say
like a river
let's say
bass.
5 each.
5 portions each. Wow.
5
Yeah.
portions each.
I mean,
So-
a fish would be a whole meal. Like I was
I mean
trying
that's
to.
60
Yeah.
portions. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I should really be probably making it more, but that's too much. So I'm gonna make it
Yeah.
5.
Well, 60 portions of fish. I am taken surprised by this. Did not know. This is very similar to
Your
the heading.
hidden talent for fishing. Well, that's good. At
It's
least
very
that
similar.
way
You know, I
we'll,
just had to make sure that they're all in the same area.
yes, that does make sense that it would sort of cross over.
I'm a fishing paladin now. God damn it!
Well, thank you
Would
very
you
much.
say that you're a fisher of men?
Oh my god.
Well,
It all comes full circle.
I know I'm like doing this, reacting this way, but I'm pretty sure I made this joke as well.
It's different when you hear it from someone.
That's very
True.
true.
thank you very much for your help, Wolfric. I think if you would feel comfortable going back to patrolling or doing what you like, I'll take these over and sit with knives, and we can clean the fish so that when everyone gets back, we'll have some fish soup.
Well, yeah. Would you like if I were to sort of help you carry it over. I
Yes, that would be
would not
lovely.
want you to strain.
Thank you very much, dear. That would be perfect. We'll carry our pot of.
I'm sorry. Just. Oh.
Oh god.
Yeah, so I think that kind of covers everything that we're doing back at camp.
Cool.
Knives were
Cat wakes up
before-
late and then just like futzes around.
hmm
Knives before being asked to help with the fish would have been trying to make another shelter.
It would just be him because everyone else is doing
Uh,
stuff.
No, Nick is gathering materials to help stock up to make better shelters and stuff.
hmm You would have to. You've used a lot of the stuff around here.
Mm-hmm.
You probably have to go farther out, unless
Okay.
you want to try climbing trees and tearing off their branches.
Cat would love to do that.
And I say branch, I mean like the hefty. It's not like the branch
Yeah.
at the end. Like
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Then, what about gathering river stones?
sure, you could do that. Let me just make
Gathering-
a perception check or nature, whichever.
Yeah, Clem is fully useless and is just laying about the camp, but we already knew that. He's training Clarice to do tricks.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second.
I forget which die is Nick, but we'll just go for
Faith,
it.
you just have to stop mentioning Clem if you want him to never gain a class.
But I want him to be charmingly incompetent.
What a great description of
Perception?
him. Yeah.
21.
Yeah, you find stones. You have no problem doing so.
Cool. So we can build up our fire pit, and then we can also like maybe anchor some of the materials we find later to build better shelters. And you can also heat stones to be able to use them for warming and cooking. So figure that'll be helpful. Yeah. If Nick turned into a bear, could he rip branches out?
I think he could turn into a cub, because a bear would be large, but I would let you be a cub if you wanted.
I probably can't.
Well, you climb up the tree as Nick, and then you turn into a cub in the tree and just break the bough with your new weight.
Just go down.
Yeah, and yell timber on the way.
Nick will actually practice transforming and kind of play with Cat.
Okay. Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, so like
There you
if
go.
Cat wants to get sticks and they want to like mock fight or
Fight.
whatever, or like and sometime and Nick
She
will,
grabs too. She's like, "Hey!"
and Nick will like transform into like various animals to try to like
Teach her how.
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Okay.
or,
But
like,
you can't
yeah.
catch me.
Yeah, and then he turns into like a dog and it fully catches.
Cat, what do you play fighting with?
Oh, two
A
sticks.
gun.
2 sticks? Okay.
No!
Like
A knife!
no,
No!
Who gave her a knife?
Just give me a dexterity check.
Yeah. Kraken. Well, not great. I rolled a 12, but she's got good dex, so that's a 16, I think. I'm pretty sure she. got
Yeah,
plus
you
4.
do a good job of like being.
Plus 4, yeah.
Yeah, you do a good job of being
And,
dodgy.
and running away and
being
dodging.
quick,
And
yeah,
everything.
and just kind of getting pokes in.
Yeah, I'm loping after her as like when we're doing like the chasing exercises,
Mhm.
I'm loping after her as a dog. We do like a little tracking. And then I guess for the other one, I'll turn into like my turtle form so she can just smack the shit out of me without it being like obviously you're not trying to actually hurt me, but like so we could spar a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, so you do that. You have a bit of fun time, a little bit of
Odysseus gets in and kind of I as a dog, like we play around and stuff.
Yeah, kids learn by playing. So it's a good session. And then Clem, what kind of tricks is he trying to teach Clarice?
He's trying to teach Clarice to fetch,
Okay.
and
Oh.
also to yeah, he would to turn around and moon people.
So, if I may make a suggestion also,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be absolutely amazing if you trained Clarice to put pocket.
To pickpocket?
No, put pocket.
Oh, to put stuff in people's pockets.
So instead, it's the opposite of pickpocketing. Instead of taking stuff from people, just put like fucking rocks and shit in people's pockets.
Yeah, I'll also teach her that one.
Okay,
if I can.
so
You should also teach her to cower, your true specialty.
Oh yeah, I definitely. Okay, so let's revise this. We teach her to.
Tell me what you're prioritizing.
Okay, cower number 1.
Mhm.
That's a life skill.
Let's start with that.
2.
Let's start with that, Faith. Let's
Okay.
role play it out. Okay, so yeah, let's role play this a little bit, and then I'll have you roll.
All right. So they're like the others are off doing stuff, and Clem takes Clarice, and he's like, "All right, there's one thing you need to know in this world, and that's how to get out of Dodge." But you already know that. Number 2, the second thing you need to know is how to make yourself look weak, because people won't bother with you. Us small fries, we gotta. Yeah, you and me. So, Pete, you do what I do, and I'm gonna. Clem falls and he's like, "Please no, I'm a poor innocent child."
Give me a charisma check with bolster 1.
5. Oh, I'm going to use my specialized skill and plead for mercy from Clarice. Specifically, please, no, I have a family to support.
Jesus
I
Christ.
have a monkey.
You can make the check with bolster 2 instead, in that case, I guess.
It won't get better. I rolled a 4
you can
on the
roll
die.
again.
Worse. Yeah. I'd like to try teaching Clarice. It's like, maybe you're just not meant for my life. Maybe you're meant for better. I teach Clarice to put stones into people's pockets.
Sure, give me a charisma check for that. Bolster 1.
Oh, a fucking course, yeah. Holy shit, 19.
19? Clarice grabs some of the stones that Nick has brought back and starts putting them in. Here, let me give me a stealth check for Clarice.
I don't know what Clarice's
I got it here.
I'm just collecting animal companions.
You really are.
Just let me know what you roll.
Okay. Natural 1.
Okay. Everyone sees Clarice walking up to them. They just watch her. You can tell me if they
What
choose.
What are you doing, Clarice?
A stone. She drops a stone into your pocket.
Thank you. Good job.
And she does that for everyone. It's up to them how they react. She brings one to Nick.
I think these are mine. But thank you for bringing it over to me, Clarice.
Oh
I
wait,
see.
you.
Yeah, he speaks animals, so he
her.
would. Yeah, he would understand her.
I gave you a rock.
You did give me a rock. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this, Clarice. You're very thoughtful.
Smooth
I
rock.
think you should go give, and he's gonna pick up like a very, very muddy rock.
Uh-huh.
I think you should go give this to Forlorn.
Okay. Who?
And he points.
And he'll go off. Forlorn. While you're teaching
During their intense.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
I'm gonna give you another stealth check. Natural 20.
It's
Yeah, so you don't know. There's a muddy rock in your pocket. You don't know though. Actually, it's in one of your pouches.
It's like your background. Your background is perfect for what's going on.
Do you have anything in your pouches, by the way, Forlorn?
A muddy rock, Omid. Come on.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
He would have kept the berries.
It's in there.
He would not have kept the 20 mushrooms because he was told to that was for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
He's sharing that.
How many river rocks would you say that they collected? Maybe can we say maybe 10 medium? I rolled pretty well. Can we say 20 medium rocks?
You rolled pretty well. I rolled 17 on the
Okay.
d20. Otherwise, I was actually going to say the same. And I was like, let me just roll and see what we get.
17 medium rocks. Woo! Productivity.
And then
And I put a muddy rock in my two characters together.
I like to think that while Forlorn was talking with Char, and he's like, what the fuck is
Are you doing
Just kind
all
of-
right?
there's a muddy rock in my bag.
Huh.
I don't know where that came from.
Strange. Maybe it got mixed in when you were picking up berries or something?
Maybe. You want one?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
Okay.
I just picked up some more. And she'll walk away. She'll be like, that's weird. Forlorn. Yeah, so at least Clarice learned one trick.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all he does that day. Nick was more successful in teaching Clarice the trick than he was. Mostly because Nick can talk to Clarice.
yeah,
Yeah.
it makes a big difference.
Right.
Mhm.
It's I can let you know. Easy educational theory. If you can speak the same language as somebody, it makes it a ton easier.
Really?
A ton.
Mhm.
Wow.
I know, it seems counterintuitive.
Right.
Who would have thought?
Is anyone else doing anything else that day?
Clem takes a nap.
Right.
I think making dinner, we'll have fish stew.
Cool. So mark your portions.
Maybe fish with the mushrooms?
We have enough fish to just have fish, but I don't know how long it lasts.
Okay, yeah, so let's do fish and then maybe tomorrow we'll have mushrooms and stuff. Okay, cool.
So we had exactly 60 portions of fish. Do
Yeah.
we just make the fish?
We do a fish
Oh,
fry.
wait,
Fish fry! Oh my god, it's the southern dream. Oh my god, we do a
still-
fish fry.
We still,
We have hush puppies and sweet tea.
Jesus Christ.
we still have 16 portions of the dire wolf too that we might want to use up first.
All right, so maybe we use the 16
Because
portions
we
of direwolf,
made
and
soup.
then we have 16 portions left over of fish.
Yeah.
Would we want to cook the fish to preserve it? Is that a thing?
To cook
Well, you
it?
can smoke
Smoke
fish.
it?
But you
Yeah.
need so you generally need a smokehouse to smoke things, if I remember correctly from reading a lot of frontier novels.
We could sort of crudely smoke them in the kiln.
All right, yeah, let's do that then. Yeah, we crudely make fish jerky.
Sure, that'll make them last longer. I mean, you're about to eat them anyways, but yeah.
Well,
so-
No, the
Not the last
leftover
16
fish.
portions, Omid.
So we've got 16 portions
Mhm.
of wolf, and then we'll do whatever fish would make up fish and dire wolf soup.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do that, and then So
And then we'll smoke the leftover fish.
cool. Yep, you do that, and they'll last longer. And it eventually comes to the end of the night. Who would like to stay up to keep watch?
Wolfric.
Well, Brian.
Forlorn will join in.
Forlorn will join in. Okay.
Nick will stay awake.
Is this the second day in a row for Nick?
No.
Okay.
Clem stayed up last night.
Gotcha.
It's the third day in a row for Wolfric.
But would he not be able to wild shape tomorrow if he stayed up?
Because you would have used all your.
I haven't recovered any of my spell slots or any of my hit points.
Then yeah, he's gonna rest. My characters have stayed up on watch for the past 2 nights, so. And I'm not Wolfric. I'm not that selfless.
Forlorn, and Brielle will stay up too.
Ambriel will stay up too. Okay.
He's only used 1 spell today and didn't take any damage, so.
All right. Everyone else goes to sleep. I don't think anyone really needs to heal, so we don't have to worry about who's going into the shelter.
Clem does. Clem goes into the shelter.
Okay.
And my DC for is 15 now.
What can Clem?
Before that.
Oh, before that.
Yes.
What can Clem recover hit points?
Oh yeah. Well, it hasn't been the night yet.
Okay,
Let's just see what
that's fine.
happens. Before you do exhaustion, give me perception checks, anyone, because you're keeping watch. The endurance check is until the end of the night, Mitch, so it won't affect this roll.
25.
11.
25.
I just rolled poorly.
Yeah, same. I rolled a 9. And I don't get proficiency in perception as a cleric.
Okay. Any of you discussing anything while you're keeping watch?
Wolfric, it's your sorry. Wolfric, it's your third night awake, isn't it?
Yeah. What of it?
Well, I'm worried.
I'm used to it. I need to keep up for my chefs, and so this is not such a big deal to me.
I think if it gets to be a larger issue,
I will tell you what, Forlorn. And then he'll just lock eyes with you. If I need to sleep, I will sleep.
Well, I'm just worried that you're not getting. This isn't healthy, Wolfric. I'm worried.
Well, it is also not healthy for everyone to get eaten by some kind of terrible creature in the night. So
He's got you there.
And what of
again? I will tell you what. I appreciate the sort of things you're saying.
What if a scary monster came in the middle of the night?
I know what I know. And you know what you know. And I know that I'm okay right now.
he's fine. Forlorn, I wanted to ask you some questions, actually.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Well, I was just do you set things on fire, right? You built the bonfire.
Well, that's kind of not the extent of my fire capabilities, but it can't really do much more than that.
Yes, I guess I've just been feeling. I don't know how to describe it, but when I've I'm feeling some sort of draw to the fire, some sort of perhaps I might be able to interact with it differently than I have before, specifically with this power that my God gave me. And so I was just kind of wondering if you wouldn't mind describing sort of what things you can do with fire and how that sort of manifests, how you think of it, because I'm familiar with, sort of thinking of light and healing, but I'm feeling a similar draw towards fire.
Well, I can't quite relate to your draw to fire, but I can relate to it in the sense that I similarly have been drawn to ice and lightning.
More. I think the thing that's throwing me off is that the healing feels like light, and that's very different than, fire feels a little bit more wild, a little bit more elemental.
Yeah, I can understand that. Maybe that's why I can't control it as well as lightning or ice.
Well, perhaps something just to discuss while we continue our watch. We don't have to get into it. I just kind of wanted to.
I will say, back to Wolfric, my point being is that if a wild monster were to come and attack the camp, God forbid, I'm not sure if someone who hasn't slept in 36 hours could do much.
What
I
did,
do not
I
feel
don't think
tired.
that you're at. I don't think you're at your fullest, even if you're saying you are.
what did you roll, by the
No.
way, Mish? Just curious.
For my endurance? For
No,
my perception?
your perception.
6.
6. Yeah. hmm
It was a natural 3, okay?
Yeah.
It's not a reflection of Wolfric's skills or tiredness level.
Is it?
It's a reflection of Mitch.
It's a reflection of me and my ability to roll numbers over 10, which tonight has not been very good.
Listen, they don't know that. They don't know who Mitch
Oh.
is.
Well, forlorn. Like I said, I appreciate what you're saying. However, I'm used to this. I do not feel tired. And if I did, I would go to sleep.
You didn't hear that, did you?
Well, I don't pay attention to every small noise that happens in the night. This would... I pay attention for the big things, the things that actually need my attention.
Susanna, you rolled a natural 20, right?
No, I rolled an 11.
Who rolled a natural 20?
I got a 25.
You got a 25.
Nobody rolled a natural 20.
Cool.
I got an 18 on the die.
Forlorn, you see a silhouette of a large creature in one of the trees.
I'd say that thing's big enough.
Whoo! And coming down near you in the camp is a large brown bear-like creature. However, its head looks more like a wolf. Another one from another tree comes down as well. Woo! And that is where we're ending tonight.
Oh no!
Oh.
I did want to say, could Sharn have started carving her thing?
Which thing?
Her staff. Her staff.
You're making a staff?
Out of her branch.
Okay. Sure.
Well, so class-wise it's a totem, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you could do it like that and then just like shove in the ground. Sure, that's fine.
She needs a walking stick.
Yeah, give me a crafting check.
Okay. Oh, I put my dice away. Well, let me bring them back out.
Oh, also, I just want to point out something. So the owls, these owl bears were definitely hooting last night and if you had like you rolled really bad as Clem. If you rolled well on your nature check to try to attract them, it would have been bad.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. All right. Crafting.
Mhm.
But now it's marginally better. So we've got 2 more classes.
Yeah.
3 more classes.
Okay, Omid, I'd like to hedge my bets a little bit, and like if she's gonna plan this out, so if it looks like this is a bad roll, she won't actually touch the branch.
Okay.
I'll just keep delaying.
Sure.
It's a bad roll, so we're not gonna. It's a 10. We're
a
not
10.
gonna
Oh,
touch the branch.
10 is average. Nothing bad happens to it. You get some progress on it.
Okay. And just so you know, I think I'm going with a warding totem.
Gotcha. Cool. Very cool. Will
I
not
think,
be
yeah.
finished for this, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I have to decide what I want for my 4th spell as Jean-Claude, but I'm definitely taking
There's so many good Jean-Claude spells.
I'm definitely taking Charm Person, Raven Feeblement, and Levitate.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I saw that. I was like, yeah, there's a lot of great spells you could take here. Levitate is 100% something I assume you'll take. Yeah. So, so next time we'll start in Roll20, and you'll get a real fight. Against more than
one of
None of
those
our
fake
fights before
fights.
have been real.
Oh, those
One
are
of
just
these
been one
fake fights that we've
creature.
been
You only
having.
saw 2. There's like more silhouettes. Possibly. You don't know. But you know there's at least 2 that have come down.
If we want to be tactical about it, Jean-Claude has already used 3 of his spell slots.
Because
I withered 3 trees.
Yeah. This feels bad for. I feel bad for Faith for like the
hinder
huge,
or the consequence.
Yeah, that's way too harsh now. Because it was just gonna be a social thing. You wouldn't be able to cast anymore. Also, you learn. I thought about this in the process. You lose your 3rd level spell slot instead.
Okay, that's fine.
But Nick is out of wild shapes. He's definitely out of wild shapes.
Ah, shit. Nick's gonna have to learn some magic.
Hey, that'll be fun. He needs to get a focus. He should grab one of the bones.
I mean,
or maybe
skull, perhaps.
Maybe rip out one of the bones of these owl bears.
Yeah, just rip out the bone of an owl bear.
There you
Easy.
go.
While you're fighting it, grapple the owl bear, rip its bones out.
Why would you want to fight an owlbear when you could cuddle one?
That's very true. Here's your answer though: when they're attacking you, so when they want to kill you.
That's fair. Make love, not war.
Yeah.
That's it. We can repopulate with the owl bears.
And on that note,
yes. Thank you for joining us, everyone, and remember, may your apocalypses always be full of fucking. You know why. For the planet. Stay normal, my friends.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.